We are at EA Sports Stadium for this Division I championship, and both teams are about to run out the tunnel, starting with the New York Finest introducing their defense first. Middle linebacker Jeff Carter. At outside linebacker, you have Phil Glover, who has 7 tackles in this tournament, no sacks. Eric Blass, free safety, running out onto the field now, 10 tackles this tournament, no sacks, no picks. Defensive end Ebenezer Ecubine has 6 tackles this tournament, no sacks. Carlos Reynos will cover the best receivers all the time. He wins some, he loses some. 13 tackles in this tournament. And defensive captain George Schwartz, 11 tackles, 2 sacks, and a forced fumble. Hell of a tournament so far, as Coach Simpson is being introduced now and running out onto the field. And now we will look at the Orlando Hornets coming in at number 2, also undefeated. They will introduce their offense. Quarterback Kingsley Cook, 556 passing yards and 8 touchdowns this tournament. Running back Camden Cooley racked up 175 yards this tournament, averaging 4.9 a carry. Fullback underused Johnny Ricks, not a big part of the offense, but he's always ready to get the ball. And red hot Trey Ratliff, 13 catches, 239 and 5 touchdowns this tournament. His other receiver Ryan Say, 9 catches, 67 yards and 2 touchdowns in the tournament. And also the tight end Will Jamison, 5 catches, 64 yards and 1 touchdown this tournament. And Coach Thomas will run onto the field. Right before we get these highlights started, we're going to look at the keys to victory right after this. The Orlando Hornets will take on the New York Finest in the D1 Championship. But let's check out the keys to victory. For the Finest, it's very simple. Get this man back involved in the offense. Drake Nitro started off red hot, but then cooled off. Hasn't been in the end zone since the opening week. And on the other side of the ball, Kingsley Cook, just keep doing what you do. 556 passing yards, 8 touchdowns, and no picks. Let him throw the ball down the field all day. And we're about to kick off this D1 championship. But take a quick second, please leave a like on this video and subscribe if you like this series. We got a lot more Backbreaker football, but let's get this thing started. Kingsley Cook will kick it off right here with the tight end Will Jamison, getting him involved early. Jamison would cause some matchup problems, but they hand it off to their running back Camden Cooley, who took a hard hit at the first down marker that will set up this 3rd and inches, and a backup tight end getting involved. They pick up the first down right there, and Cooley almost stopped in the backfield. He would turn it upfield, picks up the first down, and they get the face mask penalty. But Cooley didn't get off the ground, injured his shoulder, will not come back to the 4th quarter, so Chosen Summers had to replace him, and Summers doing a good job turning it upfield. First down, stopped at the goal line. That will set up the 2nd and goal play, and Summers dives in the end zone. 7-0 Hornets. They score first. 11-play drive, 76 yards, took 4 minutes off the clock, capped off by a 1-yard run. Now Carter, what can you do? Oh man, picked off by London Wright. Don't start the game like that. You don't give this offense extra opportunities. You don't want to do that. So Cook, will you make him pay? Yes, he will. Swings it out to Tony Vito. They have 2 fullbacks they use. This time Vito scores, puts them up 14-0. It only took them 3 plays in a minute on that drive. And it was capped off by a 13-yard pass. Carter, are you ready to play now? Then Carter rolls right into a sack. Sacked by Michael Bankston. That will end the first quarter, 14-0. They have a lot of time, so they don't have to panic. Dan Carter, he had in time, but he rolled right into a sack. Didn't see Harden coming from his blind side. 107-38, the yards difference. Hornets on their next possession. Tony Vito getting a big run. That will lead downfield to the 2nd and 12 play. They hand it off to the middle linebacker, so they put anybody in the backfield. 3rd down, Cook, too much time to throw the ball, went to the end zone, but broken up by Eric Blass. And that will force a field goal by Heat Merlin, and Merlin will knock this one through to make the game 17-0. So the Finest might want to wake up, and they will right now. Dan Carter, quick throw. Mike Gallows broke a tackle, and he is off by himself. will put the Finest on the board for the first time in this first half quarter. Dan Carter, quick throw. He must have saw the matchup, the one-on-one, and he liked it. He threw it, put them on the board. Then Carter goes right back to that matchup, one-on-one coverage, and he got him again. Mike Gallows having his way on that side of the field, just like they drew it up. That will lead to this. Alex McCain going to the end zone. He finds Kyle Williams at the 2-yard line, and that will set up Drake Nitro. Gets in the end zone for the first time since opening week. And look at the difference in rushing yards. 82-4. New York needs to run to win. So the Hornets, how will they respond? They hand it off to Johnny Ricks. I mean, my goodness, how many people gonna carry the ball? Up 3, Cook throwing, finds Will Jamison down the field. That will set up this 3rd and 1 play, and they hand it off and they stopped. Big George Schwartz with the stop that will force a field goal, and it's up and it is good. 20-14. It was a 6-play 58-yard drive. They are eating up the clock. Now here come the Finest. Will they answer? Carter rolls, sacked again. This time came up the middle by Coleman, and that will give the ball back to the Hornets. Tony Vito getting a lot of carries this game. Cook this time throwing downfield. Looks like Will Jamison had that one. Cook will throw it again. This is Jamison definitely again at the 20-yard line. That will lead to another field goal to set. Yep, 23-14. Still time on the clock. 22 seconds in the first half. Alex McCain had time, but Nitro fumbled the ball. The defense recovers, and Pritchard was just brought down. Thought he was about to house that one. Oh my goodness. Nitro, that's his 3rd fumble of the tournament. He's a high-risk reward player, man. And that will lead to 3 more points. 26-14 in the first half. That's how we end the first half of the game. But it's still a ball game. They only down 12, couple of possessions. They protect the ball and go down and keep throwing on that matchup. They can do something. But the Hornets come out first, and they go downfield to their running back. That is Chosen Summers. Now this is a 2nd and 10 play. Cook will get sacked right there by Phil Glover. They finally get some pressure. 3rd and 16. He throws down the field. Oh my goodness, one-handed catch. Trey Ratliff. All that just broke the back of the defense. Drew the ball out the end zone. He said, "This is my house." 33-14. So Alex McCain is in the game throwing downfield, and he's picked off by Broshawn Smith. And Smith has room to run, and he will outrun the offense. Oh my. Took it back to the house. 40-14. My goodness. 3 turnovers. It's killing them. 2nd and 11. The Hornets come right back out. Cook going downfield to the same matchup. Trey Ratliff. Oh, he is abusing Carlos Reynolds. And they dapping and everything. They just breezing through this game. Come on. What happened to the Finest? Alex McCain comes back out. He finds Gallows. Gallows the only receiver playing today. McCain will throw it again. Hit as he threw. And Gallows came up with that catch. McCain will go down on this play. And that will lead to this 4th and 16 field goal. No, they run a fake, and McCain will keep it, but stopped at the line of scrimmage. They would not pick up the first down. They don't get no points out of that drive. So here come the Hornets throwing across the field. Camden Cooley is back in the game. That's his catch. First catch right there. 2nd and 10. Cook through to the sideline. That is Jaden Shivers with his first catch. That will lead to a field goal to make it 50-14 with more time to do more damage. Mike Gallows will catch that one. Alex McCain hit as he threw it. This one caught by Drake Nitro, and he powers his way for the first down. 2nd and 10. Dan Carter back in. He will find his tight end Davis. And now Carter throwing downfield again. That's his tight end Davis inside the 20-yard line. And that will lead us to the end of the 3rd quarter. 50-14 with 15 minutes remaining. They go. Carter throwing to the end zone. That was Justin Armour who scored that touchdown. 50-21. So can they get some defensive stops? They did. And they're back on the offense. McCain going downfield to Mike Gallows, and he caught one. Just keep throwing it to Mike. 4th and 5 though, they threw it. Oh, the receiver wasn't ready for it. Kyle Williams never turned around, so the Hornets back on offense. 99 problems, you don't want none of them. Chosen Summers picks up the first down. Then they hand it off to Tony Vito. Vito trucked the man. Good gain on the ground. They will hand it off again. Tony Vito turns it up. Short of the first down, but a face mask penalty would give it to him. And that will set up Cook to Ratliff inside the 5. And they will hand it off to Camden Cooley, who will coast in the end zone. 57-21. That is it. That is how this one going to finish out. The Orlando Hornets are your Division I champions. 57-21. That's the most points the Finest gave up all season. They never gave up that much. And the Finest goes down. Number 1 loses to the 2nd seed. And the MVP of this game, Kingsley Cook, 19 of 33, 309 yards, 3 touchdowns, and best of all, no interceptions, 0 turnovers for Cook. He protects the ball well. You see the final stats. Hornets, Trey Ratliff, 100-yard receiving game again. Roderick Coleman providing the pressure. 3 tackles, 2 sacks. And for the Finest, 2 quarterbacks, but couldn't get it done. Team stats. Total yards, 521 total yards for the Hornets. They had more balance, way more balance. 222 rushing yards, which the Finest should have been doing. They should have been running the ball, but they couldn't get away. Couldn't find a way to get Nitro involved in this game. They turned it over 3 times, which you don't want to do. And they gave up 5 sacks. And that is it. That's the D1 Championship. We have Division 2 coming up. Some Backbreaker and everything else. Some NBA 2K. A lot of Backbreaker. Stay tuned. If you like this video, definitely thumbs it up. Subscribe to the channel if you're new for your chance to get in the game also. I will see y'all in the next video.